Thanks everyone for joining us for this week's episode. We're at number 104 of Martial Arts Business Success Podcast.
104 and we want to give you more.
All right, today we're going to be talking about closing the gap of the business you have and the one that you want.
Yes.
So dreaming big, and how the hell do we get there?
Yeah, I guess, we all start, most of us start in being an instructor and looking at our instructor and going, no, I'd love to do that for a living as well. Some people look at their instructor and go, whoa, that guy works way too hard. I don't think I'd ever want to do that. Yes, I'd like to do martial arts for a job, but geez, I don't want to work that hard. And I guess that's what we try and do as well for us, is we try and live a lifestyle of pleasure and
so we
fun.
don't try, we actually do. We actually do it. That's the thing.
We've been able to set ourselves up to a level of success where we get to go holidays.
Yep.
Excuse me, many times a year with our family. We take extended breaks. We have nice cars, we have nice houses, we live a good lifestyle. But we don't flaunt it or anything like that. But there's nothing better than your employees going, I want a car, I want to work car like they do one day. Like I want to go on as many holidays as they do. So it's like just setting that scene and painting the bigger picture and dangling the carrot to some degree, but it's got to be a carrot that they can get. But I guess what we need to do is, you're a business owner, so we need to figure out what is it that you really want. If you're going to think, how do we bridge the gap from where you are to where you want to be? Well, where do you want to be? Do you envision yourself working 6 days a week? Do you envision yourself working 2 days a week? Do you envision yourself just turning up when you want to and teaching when you want to? Do you envision yourself being at the beach? How many holidays do you want? Being really specific about what you want, because it's only until you focus on what you want you can get it.
It's often a thing where I know that with coaching clients we've dealt with that are a little bit further on their life journey, work for them is their identity. And to suddenly go, I'm no longer working, what will I do with myself? Look, it's what you create, and I think this is where getting clarity over what you want. And I like the fact that, geez, how many businesses do we have, Phil?
7 or so, I think.
7 or so. He's got a few extras up his sleeve as well too. Managing that time, we work 4 days a week. 2 of those days are really quite shortened days, so 9 till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is drop the kids off at school, pick them up in the afternoon. I know Phil didn't sort of delve into it. We took 4 months holidays last year, so 4 months. Things like that. This sort of stuff, and the reason why I say this is because we structured this in place. We like to help people, but being stuck on the dojo floor isn't best use of our time and our resources. We want to help many. So to do that, we also need to make sure that we balance out family with our time that we put into investing in others. And I guess that's also making sure that we don't sacrifice one over the other. Yeah. So for you guys, very first thing is know what you really want, and Phil pointed that out before, and be specific. And I would also say review this often. Yeah. Because 2 years ago, what we wanted is a little bit different to what we want now. Yep. Next year, for example, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. Myself and Phil are taking 3 months where we're going to travel. We're going to take our kids out of school. We're going to travel around Australia for 3 months. We're going to come probably visit you guys, which is great. So
I was thinking more 4, but we'll work on that.
I don't really care. That's only 4 months. All right, 4 months it is. It's plus all the other holidays in there as well too. This is not something we're going to can the rest of the breaks just for this one. We're building this into plan. And we are walking the walk and talking the talk. If we tell you that we're going to do it, we will make sure we systemize our business to allow for that. We will not allow any excuse to stop us. We'll still do our TIMA stuff, which means that we'll have on-the-road podcasts, we'll have on-the-road live crosses, because guess what? We know where we want to go, and we're going to provide and make sure the tools are going to get us there, rather than wish for it and then do nothing with it.
Absolutely. I think, you hit the nail on the head there. A little while ago, I can't remember how long ago it was, but we were working 6 days a week. We were doing the Saturdays, we were doing the Friday, we were doing late nights, doing early mornings, trying to build all our businesses as well. Waking up early for the Defence Force, going home late because the classes don't finish till 9:30. And there was a point where we both just sat down, again with our wives as well, and just went, what would it be like if we did only work 4 days a week? Like, when do you think we could make that happen? And we really put that picture in our minds, like, well, let's say in 12 months' time, we will no longer work Saturdays and Fridays. So if that's what we want, how do we get there? Yeah. So we knew what we wanted, 4 day work week, And we knew where we were, working 6 days and probably, you know, I don't even want to know how many hours.
150.
How do we get there? Well, we had to create an action plan. Well, we gave it away, didn't I?
Yeah.
Where we are, we had to create a map of going, well, if we want to go there, destination's over there, we're currently here, how do we get there? And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be smooth sailing. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be times where we've sort of maybe gone in too deep and had to pull back as well.
Yep.
But we never lost sight of where we wanted to be, and that's where we're at now.
Because it'll remind you to, and I guess something I say to our managers and our staff, the tasks that you have on your task list, 10 tasks. If you give it 5 days of work to complete those 10 tasks, guess what? It'll take you 5 days of work. If you have 10 tasks and you give it 4 days, guess what? You'll do them in 4 days. You know, you'll find that the amount of work that you have will consume the time you give it. What I'm sort of getting at too is if you had a day less, the thing it's going to force you to do is be more efficient with what you do with your time. So instead of just kind of plodding around and checking Facebook, having a coffee and just dawdling, you're actually like, you know what? I'm actually going less time, therefore I have to be more productive with my time. Or I'm going to get up earlier. So my day, the same day, is utilised better.
Yeah.
So what it actually forced us to do is go, well, here's the result I want. I'm going to have to sacrifice in the short term for that long term sort of benefit that gain. And we've actually changed the way that we operate, the way that we do things, our day-to-day operations to allow for these rewarded times. So if you're in your groove, and some people, they've got a groove and that's all they're ever going to do,
Yeah.
it's to try and change that and work in the same pace that they work at, and change their workload from 5 days down to 4, it won't work because they're not willing to change up some of the, and I keep going back to the groove. You've got to change things up, shake things up, which is why I keep saying, you know, review where you want to be and constantly do that. Revise that process. And is there a more efficient way to still get that same result at the end of it?
Yeah, this also, what we're talking about here stems off the last podcast talking about delegation. So if you haven't listened to the last podcast, go back and listen to that, watch it guys, because we're talking about how to delegate, because you're never going to get the time off unless you learn how to delegate and let go.
Oh yeah.
So I think this podcast and the last week's one are definitely in sync. We would, again, I remember, seeing our faces plastered everywhere all over the main floor and dojo, like it was the Graham and Phil Britton show, and we needed it, we wanted it, it was our school, we took it over, Waymo, Phil and Graham the whole way, and it's very soon realised that, geez, if we're not careful, and it happened, people will just expect to have us,
yes,
no matter what, and no matter how hard we try to pull away, people would always expect us to go, oh, you guys are away, you guys don't care anymore, and all that stuff. Actually, nothing could be more further from the truth.
Yep.
We cared enough to be able to build a team that can communicate and impact the whole community. So, you know, I think it's really, really important that you do that. You make sure you set yourself up for success by really envisioning the action plan. What is it that we want to be? Be realistic. Do you know what I mean? Because I can guarantee it, like Graham and I, the only reason we have 7+ businesses now is because we're able to delegate. We're then able to reduce our time and still now have, rather than one business, have multiple businesses with the reduced amount of time as well. We just got smarter about how we do business.
Oh yeah.
You know, we delegate a lot better. We start businesses that doesn't consume our time. Maybe they're online, or we enlist the help of other partners or people to do other parts of that work as well.
So, Phil, just to keep the flow and keep us moving, we know where we want to be in the future, but really important to know where you are as well too, because that's going to give you that gap. So if you don't know where the hell you are and what sort of structure you've got in your business or where you are in your life day to day, you can't then make the relevant changes to get you where you want to be.
Absolutely.
So it's important to not sort of, I guess, you know, be brutal and just kind of look at yourself any worse. Just look at yourself
a reality
as well.
check.
Yeah.
You just have that reality check. Like if you just wrote out the life that you wanted and you're like thinking, yeah, that'd be awesome. Look, how pumped would you be? You're excited. That's that future self. Then you start writing about where you are and you're like, oh, geez, I work a lot. Or, wow, I don't let go. And, geez, you know, actually, I'm not really happy where I am. Although, you know, yeah, I enjoy what I do, but, gee, I really want that. So we've got to create the bridge. Where do you want to be? Where are you? And then that comes the map. And so to go from point A, where you are, to where you want to be in one step is unrealistic. It took us 3, maybe 4 years to get to the point where we decided, where we achieved the goal that we set.
Yeah.
You know, it didn't happen quickly, it happened over time. So you've got to understand, well, if it's a 10-year time frame, what's my 5-year position?
Yeah.
What's my 3-year? What's my 2-year? What's my 1 month, 1 year? What's my 6 month? Where do I want to be in 6 months? Well, in 6 months, I want to have delegated at least 5 of my things that are consuming my time.
Yep.
Simple things like that are going to help you set yourself up for that success.
Guys, Phil referenced that phrase MAP, M-A-P, Massive Action Plan. Seriously, guys, it's really important if you are looking to, move and achieve those goals. Get yourself systemized, get yourself sorted. That's stuff that we can help you with, most definitely. I know that we do this a lot with our coaching clients. We sit down and we work out their detailed plan to get them there. So if that sounds of interest and you're looking to really shake things up, you don't know where to start, hit us up, team. We'll be happy to help you out. There's a couple of different ways. We do obviously the coaching stuff one-on-one. We do the team mastermind, which is a collective group of like-minded people where we swap great ideas on a weekly basis. There's all the online content team. So there's so much information there, but obviously at the end of the day, we're here to assist and help you no matter what.
Absolutely, guys. Well, we're going to wrap up now, but I just wanted to give you a shout out again. Our events coming up. TIMA and Hyper are teaming up. We're going to be just giving you guys the kitchen sink at this thing. Instructor development, students can come, school owners are going to get a swipe and deploy our marketing strategy so you can set yourself up for success in 2018. We're going to show you 3 specific events that we know work really, really well for us. We're going to show you how we do it. We're going to show you how you can do it, and then we're going to help you to do it as well. If you can't get results after coming to this event, man, you know what? I'll give you money back.
Yeah, for sure. Look, team, I know we talked about building the business that you so dream and getting that gap. Well, this is one of those tools in the toolbox that help you get there. So I reckon it'd be, you'd be stupid not to, and you're not serious about obviously progressing and moving forward. So that's my call out for you guys. Get your bums on seats. I know if you're in a different country, it can sometimes be a challenge, but too bad, okay? Get on a plane, get over here, enjoy some time. We'll be there to help you guys out live, and it'll transform your world.
There'll be a link somewhere, but if you can't see it, it is www.tima.com.au/P/event. All right, guys, we'll see you there, or we'll see you on the podcast, or we'll see you in the video, wherever we see you. I hope you have a fantastic week, guys. Ciao.
Take care.
TIMA, innovating the martial arts industry.